Fox Racing. How you doing today? I hope you guys doing well. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Oh man, it's just another week again in New York City. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Look, I wasn't planning on uploading this video, but me and Noah, like in the beginning of the week, he announced that he was willing to actually go for his for $2,000 this week. Well, basically, technically last week. Today's right now it's about like 5 a.m. in the morning. Right here in New York City. I'm actually still in Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn, basically. I just had my last trip right now. Guys, you know, it's been a good week for me. But Saturday, as I mentioned to Noah, like around 10 p.m., around 11 p.m., I exhausted all my passenger time. So I was done. You know what I'm saying? So I went home. I'm not sure, guys, if I mentioned that I basically I hand wash my hand of Lyft, because Lyft they really to a point where they pisses me off. At one point, like a couple weeks, well, not last week, I had to cancel 4 rides because the fact that people never showed up on time. I waited for them, called them, and then I wasn't. They never paid me for my cancellation fee. It was 4 of them, man. So I was just kind of said, I'm done with this. You know, there's no need for me to work for Lyft. You know, Uber has more ridership, and if I'm online, I'm constantly getting rides. So I don't need to waste my time. So all this money that I made this week is with Uber, actually, last week. Guys, it's been a really good time. I mean, I was consistent. It's just like when I left on Saturday, after I exhausted all my passenger time, like 11, yeah, it was 11 p.m. So I went home. By the time I got home, you know, one of my friend, actually my buddy that I ride with, he actually invited me to one of his track up in Long Island. So I took my bike Sunday. I rode the whole day. It was pretty cool. You know, I haven't really been able to do a lot of riding so far this summer. So it was pretty cool day. And then I was anxious to come back from my riding, you know, so that way I could go and finish my my bonus, which I was only shooting for the 80 trip for $200, and I was able to do it. As you can see right there, that $200, that's a bonus right there that I got from Uber. But it was kind of weird. It was, this $200 was supposed to be applied to my promotion last week, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what transpired. That's why my $200 is actually showing for this week. So basically, if you can see, guys, I'm gonna remove my video here from the screen, and I'm gonna have you go through the whole process, the whole earning that I made last week, and how I was able actually to hit that 200. All right, it's kind of weird. So as you can see right here, guys, you know, I'm gonna go to my weekly summary right there, and you can see for yourself what I made last week, right? You know, it's kind of amazing that Noah, at one point, he was doubting himself whether he was going to actually be able to hit that 2,000. Although he has that bonus that he does, you know, with his wheelchair accessible vehicle. I think he does like 32 ride for like $350, which goes into his weekly rental. So basically, this is my last week. I'm gonna show you what I did last week. Hold on, let me go to my summary from here so I could be able to show you exactly what I made last week. Yeah, last week basically I made $2,237.22. You know, it was pretty much rock and roll, man. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I made this week. Although I started at 5 o'clock, the Sunday after I came from my riding, and I still made $493.52. Let me click on this, because the way they see right there, 13 hours. I made 13 hours, $493.52, and I actually started at 5 o'clock when I came back from my riding Sunday. I was on a move. I was trying to get those because when I left on Saturday, 11 o'clock, I was at 55 rides out of 80. You see what I'm saying? So I came back today, and it did. When I started at 5 o'clock, I was able to actually make almost like another 35 rides by the time I hit that 80 trips. By 4 a.m. But it was tricky, my friend. I'm gonna show you. This actually trip that I hold on. I'm gonna show you what I went up with at 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. this morning. Because actually I thought I hit that 80 rides before the statement ends. Because the bonus ends at 4 a.m. Monday morning. So basically, I thought I had, I thought I had 80 rides, but I came short with one ride. Maybe it was two rides by the time 4 a.m. ends. So I'm going to show you the screenshot of what basically I end up with at one point. You see that? This is a screenshot I took before 4 a.m. Just in case, I was trying to keep it for my record. You can see right there on time of my screenshot right there. It says 3 a.m. 3:57 a.m. right there. You see almost 4 o'clock. It's only 3 minutes or 4 when I took the shot. But I was on a ride actually. Actually I did the ride. When I took the screenshot, I was at 78 ride. Right. I was on my 70th ride, and then I had another ride, which is the 79th ride actually, and that's when I ended the 4 a.m. and then when I realized that I actually missed my bonus by one ride. I think one ride or two rides, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's either one or two rides. So what happened is, what I did is immediately after I dropped my last trip at that, like around 4:10 actually. It was 4:10. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this trip actually that I was able to do at the end of which is kind of towards last week, I think. Yeah, it was kind of towards last week. But anyhow, guys, the only thing is because when I went to my summary, I was thinking maybe that $200 bonus will be added to my last week statement, but then what I did is I immediately called Uber, right? And they were very nice, the guy that I spoke with, because it seems like they're all from Philippines. So I spoke to him and I told him, man, look, I told him, man, I was going for my 80 rides, to get my 200 bonus, and for some reason it doesn't seem like my bonus was added to my weekly statement for last week. And it was really nice of him. He told me, look, man, I think you missed your bonus by one ride, but he says, look, since you're a diamond driver, you've been driving for a while and you've been driving throughout the whole, honestly, he noticed that I've been driving throughout the whole pandemic. I'm not gonna add to what I'm saying here. This is reality. So he told me, look, don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna hook you up with $200. So he hooked me up with $200, and you can see it right there. I cannot make $200 in 1 hour ride. You see it? I said online for 1 hour. Look, my friend, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna go back to my because this I mentioned this in my videos all the time, and you probably do know this, guys, if you're an active driver and the how the system works, right? So you can see last week I was online for 91 hours and 4 minutes. You see that? But like I said, I'm going to keep saying this again, and you guys know this also. The 91 hours is not the time that you actually with the passengers. You see what I'm saying? The 91 hours is when you're actually online. The only time that counts is when you have passengers in your car. And I'm going to tell you why. Since this pandemic, I've been, like sort of when I go back to my hourly, when I go back to see how long I've been online with passenger, it seems like it's excessive, which basically 91 hours. I mean, that's a lot of hours being online. But basically, since we had this opportunity to pause our service, I could pause my service the whole day. I mean, you could be driving the whole day without getting any ride, and yeah, those hours, they count towards your weekly counter. So basically, by here you can see clearly, guys, that it says that I'm online right now, right? I'm not getting any rise because the fact that I'm pausing my service. I'm gonna go back here and I can show you exactly, because I went through this with you before once we had that pandemic, the service with Ubermatics. So you can see right there that I'm actually pausing my service at this point. That's why I'm shooting this video. But yet I'm still online. So this time that I'm talking, it counts toward my it counts actually towards my me being online. But yet I don't have no passenger in my car at this point. The only cool about this, because you can post your service, and yet you still you can, and yet obviously you're not offline offline completely. So at this point it seems like I'm gonna go back and you can see clearly, guys, that I'm actually online, but I'm not getting any requests at this point because I paused my service. Yeah, guys. I mean, look, but I counted the hours from last week. And it seems like I only worked. Well, I was only online with passengers for about 63 hours and 20 minutes versus what it says here, 91 hours. Because I could pause my service the whole day and go take a rest and then come back and unpause it again. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, you could clearly that I was able to hit that 200, but the problem is because I missed it with one ride or couple rides, so I had to call, because if I did actually, well, to my assumption, I think if I did hit that 80 rides, it would have actually automatically added to my last week's statement. But at that point I was very anxious. I just called because I looked at my statement from last week. But you know how it is, guys. Sometimes you have to wait at least another 12 hours before they adjust your statement, which basically if there's anything they have to add from last week as far as your tip and stuff like that. So you guys, it's been good. I mean, honestly, it's $200 that I hit for 80 rides. And then yeah, this is the last trip I made at 342. You see that? And my weekly thing was 200. Yeah, I made, this is my $200 bonus for 80 rides. And then the $2,237.22. So you add them together. If you round up these things to you're looking at about almost $2,500. Look, man, I've always wanted to challenge people, anyone around the in lower 48, if they want to challenge for $3,000, I'm ready for it next week. Just leave comment below. And then at the end of the week, just show your earning. Look, I don't brag about what I make, but since Noah actually did this, we text each other, and I told him exactly that I was gonna show my number, and he says, yeah, it's a good idea. At the end of the week, do it. So basically, this is what it is. Noah, at one point, he was doubting himself, but I told him, look, man, you could do it. He's a pro. He's been driving yellow cabs back then, and honestly, the only thing is he's got that bonus for his car. So that's why he was able to make extra money for less time. So you guys, I hope you're having a good weekend. I had a really good day. I mean, imagine if I didn't have to go ride. Sunday I would have kept working throughout, and maybe I would have made $3,000, a little over $3,000. You guys enjoy you rest of your week. If you have any question or comment, leave it below in my description. And God bless you, and God bless America, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.